Hi there, this is Datila, and welcome to the TNAIW GoGo Power Rankings show. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Burt Maclin, no relation to Steve Maclin.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
All right, so I'm very curious to see this week's Power Rankings compared to last week's controversial Power Rankings.
A lot of people did think that, but I actually kind of welcome the change and a little hoping it continues this week.
Yeah, me too, but I honestly think Josh Alexander reclaimed his number one spot. And I would like to see James Storm on there. I mean, even though he lost his match, he still, went out like a champ. He lost to Maclin. He put Maclin over. Speaking of Maclin, he should be on here this week. He's been off the power rankings for such a long time.
I would think it's a pretty safe bet that he's on here.
Right? All right. So before we jump into this, how do you join the Power Rankings committee?
All you have to do is just reach out to me on Twitter at Burt Maclin 11, and it's that easy. We're looking for just people who watch Impact every week. Sorry. And just have 5 to 10 minutes to get out a quick top 10. That's as simple as that. So again, it's Burt Maclin 11 on Twitter.
Alrighty then. With that being said, let's play the Power Rankings. Number 10, Tag Team Champions Bullet Club. Number 9, World Champion Jordan Grace. Number 8, the undefeated Masha Slamovich. Number 7, Tag Team Champions Team Ragnarok. Number 6, X Division Champion Mike Bailey. Number 5, Steve Maclin. Number 4, the Hot Mess Chelsea Green. Number 3, the Motor City Machine Guns. Number 2, PCO and Honor No More. Number 1, World Champion Josh Alexander. Wow, I am not surprised Josh Alexander reclaimed his number 1 spot. I'm not surprised at all. You?
Again, I'm not saying I'm bored with it, but it's business as usual with Josh Alexander. He's going to be number 1, as long as he's world champion, and he's pretty much he's our guy right now. He's the top star in the company. I expect him to be number 1. But I have to say, I'm a little upset at Chelsea Green only being 4th. I think that she deserved at least to be number 2. I think she had the best match on the card. I think the storyline in that match was the best thing on the show. And I just think that was a big win for her. And I expected her to be at least number 2, but number 4, that's fine. It's top 5. And I'm happy that Motor City Machine Guns are number 3 because, obviously when they were younger, they were probably a little bit quicker than they are now. But I think this is the best I've seen both Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin in a long time. So I'm glad that they're getting, a chance to go for the number 1 contender for the world title. I think it's just due. I think they deserve it.
I have to say I do agree with you with Chelsea Green because I actually really liked her match with Mickie James. Not to mention the way I think she utilized her heel tactics very well. The feet on the rope, she grabbed a handful of tights. I think that should have bumped her up a little bit. She played her role well. She's a heel and she did a really good job being the heel in this match.
And then, it should add to it that after we basically saw Mickie James go home, that's how devastating that loss was. I thought Chelsea would be fired. Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, Honor No More, they won. They beat Bullet Club, which makes me upset. But, despite Bullet Club losing, they are the coolest thing on the show. I think everyone would agree with that. Ace Austin looks great in a Bullet Club uniform. I think I wouldn't mind seeing Ace and Chris. They touched on a little bit on TNAIW. Make sure you go ahead and watch and subscribe. They said that that's a team that they could see as being tag champions someday, and I happen to agree with them. Ace and Bay are money.
Too sweet me, brother.
Got that.
No, yeah, I do agree. Ace and Bay are money. I think that they had to work out a few kinks, as we saw when they faced the Motor City Machine Guns. They lost. Couple of them miscommunication there, but I feel like once they work out, their miscommunications and stuff, and they tag well and they tag more, I think they can become tag champs someday.
And they're still like so young, they're in the early points of their career, and they're already this good. So the sky's the limit for both of them.
I definitely do agree with you on that. And like you said, Chris Bay and Ace Austin look pretty cool in their Bullet Club uniform.
And let me, one more thing I want to touch on. It's very weird to see Jordynne Grace so low in the top 10, given that she is, our Knockouts world champion. But I just think that, we haven't seen her in a few weeks. Oh, I think she had a match last week. But, I thought I would expected her to be a little higher, but, that could change by next week.
No, yeah, and next week is definitely going to be interesting because, like, the Machine Guns, I don't expect to see the Motor City Machine Guns on there as a unit. Because, it's Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin. Winner faces Josh Alexander. So it's going to be interesting to see who makes it on. Who's going to make it on, Chris Sabin or Alex Shelley? I guess we got to wait and find out, don't you think?
I just have I think Alex Shelley wins just because Chris Sabin had a world title run, but you never know. It could turn into a triple threat. Something could happen.
Yep. All right. So now we got some stats to talk about. Josh has been on the power rankings 86% of the time, followed by Honor No More and Bullet Club with 77%. And then this is Masha's second time on the power rankings.
I'm glad to see her starting to get more of her just due, because we're seeing her now starting to insert herself, taking on bigger competition, like more established stars in Impact. She just beat Tenille, who's a former tag team champion. So I think we're going to see Masha can continue to rise in the rankings. I think she's due for a big push here soon. Maybe we see her face Jordynne at Bound for Glory.
I definitely do agree with you. I think Masha's going to be in line for a big push. She's definitely moved on from the Jobber of the Week, and now she's actually has a storyline going on, aside that she's still undefeated, but I actually would love to see Masha Slamovich versus Jordynne Grace.
Yeah, I think that's definitely where is, as long as Jordynne keeps the title, I think that's definitely where they're heading eventually. So I think that'll be very interesting when it happens.
I definitely do agree. And then one or two things will happen. Either Masha becomes the new knockout champion, or Jordynne Grace ends Masha Slamovich undefeated streak.
Yeah, she doesn't necessarily have to win, and if she loses, it's not like that means that she's buried. And I know people might say that, but losing on a big stage to a current two-time champion, that's a shame. So
yeah. All right. Wow. I think we've covered everything. Don't you think?
Yeah. It was another. It wasn't the best show, but even Impact's, not great shows are still good. So, even if this was just a little bit of a filler setting up things to come, it was still above average show. And that seems to be what Impact does lately.
Yeah, that is true. I definitely do agree with you. But all right. So with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching and for your continuous support. It means a lot. You guys, if it wasn't for you guys, we would not be doing this, right, Burt?
It's true. You guys keep the lights on. That's why my lights are on, because of you guys. So
Exactly. You guys keep us going, and thank you guys for watching the power rankings and hearing me and Burt discuss. We haven't argued yet. I don't think we've gotten into a major disagreement yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. So, but on it, the support just means a lot, and of course, thanks to Jeff for allowing us to do this too. So, but with that being said, you guys, thank you guys all so much for watching and for your support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever TNAIW drops the GoGo Power Rankings, or any video for that matter.
And just like what the K says, make sure to retweet.
Exactly. All right, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.